Namaskar, parents. Parents, today we will be talking about eating problems, eating disorders in children with autism. A lot of children are facing eating issues. Children, they do not swallow the food, they only like food in mashed consistency. Chewing is an issue. They chew certain textures, they may chew the hard food, the food that is crunchy to bite, they manage to chew, but soggy, dal, rice, roti, sabji, vegetable, they are not able to chew, they just swallow. There are some children who keep the food in their mouth, they make a pocket and they keep it here, and they do not swallow very fast. Some children, they have problem with the texture of the food or the color of the food or the smell, which leads to nausea, or sometimes the child even vomiting. So a lot of eating issues are seen in children with autism. As a result, they eat very limited variety of food. It is very limited. They eat less quantity at one time. They are not very ready to try out new foods. And as a result, often they are hungry, their stomach is not full, they are irritable, they are low weight, their immunity is low. So the physical growth also gets affected, right? So these are some eating issues can be a big challenge for any parent. And a mother always wants that her child should be well fed, his stomach should be full. So the easiest resort that the mother can go to is the screen, right? So usually when the child is watching the screen, he's not aware of what he's eating, what is the taste, how much quantity it is, what is the texture, they're not aware. So they tend to keep eating and their stomach does get full, no doubt. But please, whatever be the problem, however difficult it may be, do not resort to the screen. Especially I'm saying this to new mothers. Screen is a very easy option. Working mothers, very, very easy option. Within 15 to 20 minutes, you can just feed your child and move on. But please, you are creating a problem that will last you very, very long. Instead, in the beginning only, spend some time and resolve this rather than making it a long-term issue. So no screen time, number one. Number two, see, you have to understand that all these oral issues, these eating problems are basically sensory issues that the child is facing. The child himself is in a lot of discomfort when you give the child that sort of food. As a result, he vomits, or he just keeps it in his mouth, or he becomes pukish, or he spits it out, or he just runs away when he sees that food in front of him, because it is causing him a lot of discomfort. So we have to resolve those sensory issues, and the way to do it is oromotor massage. Externally, passive oromotor massage, where the parents, they help the child to move his jaw muscles, as well as brushing, internal brushing with a vibrating brush or with a normal brush for that matter. We need to move these muscles externally as well as internally. These need to move for those sensory issues to resolve. I have made a video on oromotor massage. I'll share the link in the description box. Please do those massages at least twice a day, morning and evening, minimum twice a day. If you can do it more often, good enough. And remember, the duration, it may take you 6 months to even a year to resolve this problem. So the third tip is that please, you have to be very, very patient and you have to be consistent. You cannot say that I tried it for a week, 10 days, 15 days, and then I left it because the child was not cooperating. No, you didn't try enough. Keep your expectations correct and keep them a little low. so you do not get disappointed very fast, right? So the most important is that you have to be consistent and you have to be very, very patient, right? Number 4, when you're introducing food items that you know your child will not like, right? He will not enjoy that food. He will either keep it or he'll throw it out or vomit it out. Present it to the child in a very, very low quantity. Some children do not eat raw fruits and vegetables. They can eat the cooked form, but you give them salads or you give them apple or you give them mosambi and orange. They do not tolerate that texture. So if you have to offer apple to a child who does not like it, offer very small amount and very small size. Very important. Do not give him big slices of apple. No. Small bits of apple, you keep it on his plate. Right? Introduce in very low amount. If your child does not like rice or he doesn't like chapati or he doesn't like dal, you don't have to offer one plate full of that thing. No. Just 4 grains of rice. First, come on, take that in. And keep a bowl of water ready and a spoon, that if the child tends to become pukish or if he is pocketing it and keeping it in his mouth, you can give him 3 teaspoons of water to gulp it in. Chewing will come, but first at least accept that texture, tolerate that texture in your mouth. So keep the quantity very, very low. The next is that introduce those new foods when the child is in a happy mood. When the child is exhausted or is sleepy or is not well or is very hungry, do not give it to him at those point of time. No, he'll get irritated. It will immediately provoke a response. Introduce it when the child is happy and try to pair it with an eatable that your child likes. If your child doesn't like rice but can take roti or paratha or puri or bread, so pair it. That, come on, we'll have 3 morsels of paratha followed by 1 morsel of rice. Again 3 morsels of paratha, 1 morsel of rice. So slowly you have to desensitize the child. It is a slow procedure, right? And for foods that are eaten raw, that is fruit, that is vegetables and fruits, salads, the onions and the cucumber and the carrot, which can even be eaten raw. And if your child is not accepting it, let him play with those textures. When you get these vegetables, you buy them and you get them home, let him sort it. Come on, you put the onion in one basket, the cucumber in another, the tomato in the third, the apple in the fourth. You play with it. First, be comfortable in the presence of that food item. So you can even do this. You can involve the child in your kitchen work. If you're cooking rice, your child does not like rice, involve him. Come on, take 1 katori, 1 bowl of rice. Come on, put water in it. Help the child. Come on, rotate, move it, mix the water and the rice. Close the lid of the cooker. Come on, now we'll see when the thing is done, the rice is cooked. Come on, let's open it. Let's see what is inside. Involve the child in your kitchen, in the making of those items, so that at least he can, with time, tolerate the sight and the smell of that food in a play way method. Right? So you have to basically you have to desensitize, but you have to do it very, very slowly. It will not be a very fast procedure. And the most important thing is that you have to continue doing the oromotor massage for a long time. That is very important. That is what will give the child the comfort to be able to allow those textures in his mouth. Right, parents? So I'll just summarize it. The thing is that firstly, no screen time while eating. Number 2, oromotor massage and internal brushing, extremely important. Number 3, Be very patient and very, very consistent with your child. Number 4, allow the child to play with the food items or involve him in the making of those things that he does not like or does not tolerate in his mouth. Let him at least physically, in a play way, accept it. Number 5, introduce food items, new food items, disliked food items when the child is happy, and introduce it in a very, very low quantity. And keep a bowl of water and a spoon ready in case the child is trying to expel it out in any way. Immediately give him a few sips so that he can gulp it down. It must go in. And try to pair it with his likable foods. And the most important, if your child even accepts one bite of the food that he normally will not take, give him a lot of positive reinforcement, emotional reinforcement. No bribes, no gifts, no. A high five, a hug, cheer for him. Tell everybody in the family, the mother, the father, the grandmother, sister, siblings, uncle, aunt, everybody. Whenever the child does something wrong, we blow it out of proportion. We will scold the child, we will shout at the child. Similarly, a little bit of achievement also should be celebrated out of proportion. Right? Give that child a lot of emotional reinforcement. They do understand. Anything good or bad being said about them is understood by them. Right? So give them that emotional boost. Right, parents? So start your oromotor exercises today itself. That is the most important part. And slowly desensitize your child. Try these methods at home, parents. Let us know your feedback. If your child is facing some different, some another unique eating issue, let us know. We'll try to help you out. Give us your feedback. Share the video. Like it, subscribe to our channel, and let the Shakti spread. Vijay Bhava, Tatha Astu. Namaskar.